I don't even know where to start. I came out here today with the intention of trying to do a camp in the rain. I have been wanting to camp in the rain for weeks and weeks. Every time I try to do it, something comes up. The weather predicts rain. I go out and it doesn't rain and I call it quits, or the weather says there isn't rain and then I don't go out and then it rains all day, or I get busy and life happens. So weather is predicting some rain for later, so we'll see what happens. But I'm out here, I'm enjoying nature, so that's wonderful. Goodness sakes, enjoying nature. Bugs are horrendous, so on the way in, just filming some hiking scenes was rough because the bugs were just all over the place. I mean, it was crazy how many mosquitoes there were. Go figure, it's summer, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to camp in the rain, we'll see. But I'm out here, I'm gonna make the best of it. But the first thing I wanted to do when I got back in here was to start a fire because I wanted to clear the mosquitoes out. Hopefully I can show it to you, editing it down a bit, but it took me forever. I mean, it took me at least 45 minutes to get a fire started, which it never does. And I don't even process firewood that often because you can always, in most cases, you can get fire started with just twigs and what's lying around or what's tipped over, and you break off a dead branch and dead twigs and stuff like that. So that is like the perfect time for when you would want to process firewood and create kindling and baton branches down into finer twigs. That would be the perfect time when it's wet like this. But I couldn't do that because the mosquitoes were just swarming me, so I didn't have much of a choice but to try to use the instant fire, like the little fire starting powder stuff. So it took a while to get that fire going, and I got a nice big bed of coals now, so I should be able to burn whatever. I still am going to go out and try to baton some firewood down, but I'm finally to a point where I've got some stability here. I've got a fire going. The mosquitoes are somewhat cleared out. They're still messing with me a bit, but I've got plenty of daylight left, so I got to figure out what to do. Got a few different ideas, but before I can do anything, gonna have to have a little bit of the old banana flask. That's good stuff. And then we're also gonna have ourselves some Lagunitas. Is that how you say that? Lagunitas Daytime. It's a light IPA, basically, is what it is. Cheers. All right, I got a few more things that we need to get going here, so let's get to it. I'm completely and totally drenched, and it's not because I got caught in the rain, it's because the humidity is excessively high. Having said that, I still have to get firewood. Luckily, there's 2 pieces right there. Now I'm going to tie a good old Canadian jam knot. It's a regular knot in the end there. Wrap the line around. Tie a knot like that. Hopefully that makes sense what I did. Bada bing. And then over here, we'll do a nice taut line hitch. 2 on the outside, 1 on the inside, something like that. Bada bing. I should mention that I'm tying this line because I'm going to take a tarp and come up over the back and then up over the top at an angle. I'm going to prop that up with 2 sticks because if it does rain, I want to give myself like a little porch kind of balcony type area. I've got a tent to sleep in, but I want an area to kind of hang out and chill in. I also want to hang up my backpack. So what I like to do is just have your line with a little bit of slack in it. Pull a little bite like that. Run a twig in there. Ta-da! And for another easy piece of firewood that doesn't require cutting, bada bing! Okay, so as I'm eyeballing all of this out, I noticed that this fire is going to be way too close to the tarp that I want to bring up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up with the tarp, stake it in at the bottom, angle it up, maybe come in like this so that I have kind of like a porch type of area when it's supposed to rain later. But if I do that, I'm going to have the tarp over top of the fire. So this is no bueno. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take this fire and I'm going to have to move it about right here. So this is going to be a project, moving a campfire. Step one to transferring the fire. I'm going to need some new kindling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disassemble the fire, take the coal bed, move it back on top of a new bed of wood, and then add kindling and build the fire back up. It should be very quick, but because I've gotten the bugs to die down and I have the luxury of doing it now, I'm going to go ahead and get a nice solid piece of firewood and I'm going to process it down into kindling. That is some good firewood. There we go. Ideally, you would use rocks for a fire pit. I don't have access to that. So what I'm doing is I'm using super punky wood. That wood basically doesn't really catch on fire, just smolders. So the idea is to contain the embers. So this triangle with me in the front should be plenty to get the job done for what I'm trying to do. So you can see the fire is going again. It did take a little bit of time to get it going. That will catch. We'll get all the old stuff back on it. And then we'll get to setting up the tarp. And there's another piece of firewood. I'm all set up. It was a fun experience, kind of figuring out how to set up the tarp. I've never set it up in this kind of configuration before. I don't think it's that half bad for first try of doing it. If that doesn't earn Banana Flask, I don't know what does. Beer number 2, lemon Hefeweizen, German ale with lemon. That's lemony, all right. Here. Banana Flask. We've got a little bit of a problem here. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. There's too much weight coming in. I did not do the tarp right. It's not leaking anywhere else besides right here, but this is not good. So I know what I have to do. I got to get a stick to prop it up and use my sock so that I don't puncture the tarp, which means I got to venture out into the rain to get a doggone stick. So this is going to be fun. So time for some adventure. So right there you can see it is taking on water and it is leaking. Now it's not leaking anywhere else, and it's got a lot of pressure coming in right there. And the drops are falling onto the ground, which is fine for now, but I got to do something about this quick. Okay, this is laying on the ground. This should do it. I just need to cut it. It's really difficult to figure out exactly how much I need to cut it. as far as it's doing right now, it's doing the job I need it to do. But that's not stable at all. You can see it's almost at like a 45-degree angle. So I've got to cut it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little bit at a time, and we're going to see if that does the trick. That did it. Man, earlier, it was such a pain in the butt. I was having an awful time. But I'm so glad I did this. Camping in the rain is so much fun. I absolutely love it. It's just super exhilarating and peaceful at the same time. I don't even know how to describe it. I just absolutely love it. If you've never done this before, I recommend doing it in a safe way where you can get out, where you can get back to your car if things don't go right. But it is so much fun camping in the rain, man. I just absolutely love it. It's absolutely fantastic. Cheers! The crazy thing too is you can see the fire's still going. It's because there's like a canopy above me, and so it sounds loud, and yeah, there is some rain, but it's basically like a drizzle. It's not that bad. So it's not going to put my fire out, that's for sure. In all the excitement, I almost forgot to show off Maumee Bay Brewing Company Buckeye Beer. Because around here, it's Buckeye Beer. Now it's time for everybody's favorite activity, getting firewood in the rain. This calls for another beer. That good old Tony Paco's Golden Ale. Toledo, Ohio, baby. Woo-hoo! I'm camping in the rain! Woo! Fire in the rain. Does it get any better than that? Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Yeah! Woo! I'm camping in the rain! Woo! Yeah, buddy, camping in the rain! Whew. Okay, I know I got a little excited there, and I may have gotten a little excited a little too soon, because I tried to adjust the tarp. All the smoke from the campfire was coming in to the tarp, and I couldn't even sit down. Kind of messed it up, and a bunch of gear got wet. So nothing's ruined. Nothing that got wet is any kind of big deal. So I'm still extremely excited to be camping in the rain, enjoying my beer, enjoying my bourbon. Some exciting news. I got married. I have a wonderful, very gorgeous, extremely supportive wife who means the absolute world to me, and I'm extremely excited I got married. On the last video, I gave a shout out to Kevin from Small Plots. I did want to say again, thanks to Kevin for giving me a shout out in his video. I had quite a few people who left comments saying that they found me from Kevin's channel. Kevin, I hope you're enjoying this small plot, buddy. If you have made it this far, I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel. Really means the world to me when people subscribe. Lets me know I'm not doing this just for my health and people like what I'm doing. If you like these videos, click that banana. I think we're about to get turned in for the night. I checked the tent earlier. There was no signs that there was water in the tent. So fingers crossed that is still the case. This has been a really, really fun experience. I was so excited to get out and camp in the rain. I've been trying to do this forever. I did have some stuff go wrong, and I don't even care because I'm just having a blast. So thank you so much for coming with me this far. In the morning, there's still going to be some stuff I want to show you. Anybody who found me, thank you so much for subscribing. I promise I'm going to do my best to keep you entertained and not let you down. Hopefully you're enjoying this video, and it's awesome to have you along for the ride. Good morning, everybody. I was gonna make breakfast, but without the fire going, the bugs are pretty horrendous. The bugs I don't even care about. It specifically the mosquitoes are rough. So we'll get camp torn down and we'll see what's what. That's gonna be a problem. Well, that's a little better, not much. That has got to be the sloppiest pack job I've ever done in my entire life. But I'm getting completely eaten alive, even though I put bug spray on multiple times. So I got to get the heck out of here. I had a blast. I hope you did too. If you like this video and you want to see more, please click that subscribe button for me. Once again, thanks again to Kevin over at Small Plots and everybody who jumped on for the ride. I really appreciate it, and catch you on the next one.